Okay, so imagine you're at a national park and you're just sitting around, minding your own business, looking out into the sky, enjoying the stars, when all of a sudden you witness something a little bit strange. So before I share this footage that I actually caught on my camera of a UFO in the Badlands, South Dakota, I wanted to briefly describe what I deem as a very loose theory of aliens. Okay, so we're on the planet Earth. Question: do you know where space ends? Because the space surrounding Earth is infinite, wouldn't the logic be infinite space, infinite planets, therefore infinite Earths, therefore infinite you and me's? Infinity only leads to infinity, right? Infinity equals infinity. All right, I'm totally not trying to lose you here. I just feel like in all the billions of galaxies and stars, we'd be completely presumptuous and arrogant to assume that we're the only beings in space and time. Not to mention the thousands of UFO footage videos floating around out there, detailed personal accounts, and all of the data that military is collecting right now. We are not alone, period. All right, so enough of these theories. Let's go ahead and dive into what I actually saw. So I'm being super real with you in that what I witnessed on April 7th around 8:10 p.m. 2021 cannot be explained. I caught a UFO on camera, seriously unidentified and completely unexplainable. So the morning after I witnessed the UFO, I documented myself on film talking about the experience and then marked down the exact specifics in my phone notes because honestly, this experience felt very important to me and it still does. So keep in mind, the only aspect I've edited on the footage is the lighting using Final Cut Pro because the footage is pretty dark. Obviously, it was night and I didn't want everyone watching this footage to have to turn out every light in their house. So what I'll do is I will include the original, very original, unedited footage, and then I'll include some versions where I've edited the light for you. Before sharing the footage of the video, I wanted to share the video that I took the morning after in the Badlands, just because it was so fresh in my mind. Thanks as always for watching, everyone, and let me know in the comments below what you think of aliens and UFOs and if you've ever seen one. Okay, so I just wanted to recap before we head out of camp. Right behind me, you'll see a white truck. It belongs to two friends, two gentlemen. We wanted to go over there and talk to them and see if they had seen anything last night because we saw the unidentified flying object right behind me. They said it was either 2 nights prior or maybe even a prior trip because they come here often. They live in Washington. They saw a row of lights just yonder over that way. And they actually went chasing the lights. Like, I've literally seen this in movies and heard about it, but never actually met anyone who went alien chasing or hunting. So these guys, it's not what they do, but they just happen to be like, oh my God, what are those lights? We know where they are. So they went toward the lights. And then as they're driving, one of the guys is cooking in the back and Jason's driving. And the lights just disappeared. Like, it was right there and then they just disappeared. And they were like, hey, you know what? We're really glad that you came over and talked to us because we also had an experience in this very park and it's so nice to have that experience validated in a way. I don't know, we just kind of wanted to know if they had seen it last night. They did not see the occurrence that we saw last night, but in this very exact park, they had their own experience. Again, just to recap everything from what Blair and I remember from last night, he saw 2 lights that were right on top of one another. Again, they were yellow orange with a burnt umber brown ring, and then they went away. And so we're watching this very specific spot. So then one of them comes back to his knowledge. I only saw one in the first place, and then it goes out. And so I'm like, I don't think a radio tower or a tower could be that tall from that horizon point. So that's when I grab my camera and start filming, and then I'm gonna share this footage now with you. So as you can see in the footage, there is a dot in the sky and that's what we were witnessing. And then I actually didn't see this with my plain eyes, the camera caught it, and then the dot just goes really fast. And we don't know if it went back into the horizon or off to the side. I'll let you guys deduce that, but this is a real UFO sighting here at Sage Creek Campground in South Dakota. This footage is unedited, this footage is raw, and I'm sorry that it's not as good as maybe perhaps if I had filmed it with this camera, but all I had on hand at the point was my phone. To witness it with your own eyes and actually capture it on camera is a different experience and something that I will never forget. Wow. Like, I literally just saw an alien. Like, anyway, time to move on.
It's gonna disappear again. Ah, it's gone. Right when I looked down, too.
It's
gonna disappear again. Ah, it's gone. Right. It's gonna disappear again. Ah, it's gone.
I made a mistake. So it's now the next day, and I actually spent 5 hours editing that video, and I was saving that alien clip for the last little bit that I was going to be editing. And so when I adjusted the lighting, I realized that there was no alien. It was actually just me zooming in on my phone with my fingers, and so it appeared like the light was going like this. So you can imagine my disappointment, because I have been telling people for the past 8 months that I, Julia Ha, have an alien caught on camera. An occurrence that not many people can say that they've, you know, had the opportunity. Now, one part of me is really glad that I had those 8 months, because that was pretty badass, but mostly I'm highly embarrassed. I'm here at Noteworthy today. You can see the holiday decorations behind me. And I was talking with my sister, because that's the reason why I posted that weird cat video yesterday. Even though I love it and I wanted to do that video of Butterball writhing around on loop for 500 hours. But I posted it because I was so conflicted, because it was like being smacked on the left cheek with a leather glove, you know? And so anyway, so I'm talking to my sister, and she's like, that is so funny. She's like, you still need to post it, because I actually was toying with the idea of posting it, but I didn't want to confuse you. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me. Jeez, I mean,
I am the alien. I'm the alien. I'm the one.
for the past 8 months, I have told no less than a good 50 people that I caught a UFO on camera. And so everyone else is in on the hoax too, because anyone that I showed that initial video to really thought that the light was flying up in the sky. And the reason why no one could tell was because it was too dark in the initial video. If you go back and watch the original unedited video, it really does appear like there's a light flying up into the sky. And what I had actually done, and completely forgotten obviously, was gone like this. This is not to say that Blair and I didn't witness weird lights in the sky, hence why I was filming. But yeah, basically I've been my own hoax. I've been the hoax, like, for the past 8 months on myself. A pox on myself. I just don't know what to say. This scene shall go on, and yes, I do still believe in aliens. So anyway, you guys, geez, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you at least got somewhat of a laugh out of this, at least at my mercy, because I don't know, Lord knows we could all use a laugh right now. I'll see you guys in the next one. And then the dot just goes really fast. Like, I literally just saw an alien.